Hello friends, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel for those of you who are new. So in today's new video, I decided to do another tea time with Francisco. Now typically the series is I ask you guys to send me anonymous stories asking for advice or just something that was chaotic in your life. Some of them have been really weird stories and not what I was expecting. But nevertheless, they've been super interesting to read and relay the message. But in this week's video, nobody really sent me a story. I had one person send me a story, and I will read that one, of course, anonymously, because it was a very interesting story. Although, nobody sent them to me. So with that being said, I thought, might as well tell you about my first kiss, and the first time that I kissed somebody. So yeah, if you want to watch me expose myself, let's get on with the video. So, for the first story, obviously, I have my trusty iPad here. I'll go ahead and just read the story and, give my advice and my 2 cents about the whole situation that this individual had or, suffered through. As well, don't forget, we have our glass of wine. We always have some type of beverage with us. Don't do that at home, kids. That hurt. That hurt. I wish I was, anyways. So the story says, okay, so when I was 17 or 18, I was asleep in a hotel room and I woke up to a man standing over me in the dark. First of all, girl, why, what? Like what? Let's continue. I started screaming and my dad woke up and chased this man down the hallway. Now, the cops came and the guy got arrested, and this individual finishes off the story saying, don't stay in a hotel room on the bottom floor. Well, typically in hotel rooms, you expect that not to happen. And just a random person just shows up into your bedroom or, hotel room. You'd expect that not to happen. But sometimes we've all been proven wrong and we've all been proven otherwise. So, yeah. Nevertheless, my advice to you is, I think you've already chosen your advice, and yeah, just don't stay in a hotel room that would allow that. Just stay somewhere safe, please. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't put yourself in harm's way, and check all the locks on the windows and the doors. And that's on period poo. Nevertheless, so let me just tell you about the story about my first kiss, I guess you could say. So, mind you, I was a very late bloomer. Well, I don't want to say late bloomer. I feel like I was pretty average. To some people, I was a very late bloomer. To others, I'm extremely early. Who knows? But I was, I didn't start coming around with my sexuality until I was 16, 15, around there. Well, no, it wasn't 15. It was 16, 17 was when I was like, wow, I'm actually a full-fledged homosexual. Wow. Oh my God, right? So I was really trying to understand myself. I was lured in by an older individual. We had relations. We were not going to get into that one. That was not my first kiss, unfortunately. Yes, and we're not going to talk about that. But I think I was 17 at the time. It was my junior year in high school, and I had just started, dressing up. I was starting to get into my style. Let me insert a picture of how I looked then. Yeah. Tried to be preppy rich boy, was not preppy nor rich. So I just looked like a fat Oompa Loompa, to say the least. Nevertheless, I remember I met this guy. I don't remember how I met him. I want to say it was either Grindr or Instagram. It was one of the 2 social medias. And I started talking to him. We started talking, nothing super crazy or anything. It was just super chill. And he was super sweet. He seemed super sweet, but he also seemed very experienced. So that was another thing too. Okay. So we were talking back and forth, and at the time too, my parents, mind you, were very strict. They were less strict on me than my other siblings, but they're extremely strict nevertheless. So I didn't have a phone until I was a freshman. I couldn't go out to parties unless my parents knew who they were. I didn't go to parties, first of all. But I couldn't go out or go hang out with friends unless my parents knew who these people were. The people's parents or even my friends. So it was a little bit difficult to have a social life in high school. I ended up having one. I don't know how I did it, but I did. And it was a fun experience. But with this individual, it was really hard because he wanted to see me and like we wanted to go on dates, we wanted to be cute, like, you know, live a high school experience basically. So I got this brilliant idea. It was like one day after school, after marching band, I really wanted to see him. I wanted to meet him in person. He wanted to meet me. And I got this brilliant idea. And I was like, okay, well, I can lie to my mom and say that I'm going over to one of my friends' houses to play video games. So that they believe me. My mom, of course my mom knew something was up. That woman has like a sixth sense. She just knows. That woman knew, okay? To say the least. Also, I'm getting like hiking anxiety of like that moment of like having to lie to my mom and just like knowing that that was happening. Oh, bringing back traumatizing memories to say the least. Anyways, she pulls up, you know, I hop in the car or whatever, and we start driving. I give her the directions or whatnot, and she's asking me all these questions, trying to give me the third degree, the fifth degree, I don't know what number it is. And just like, you know, trying to give more information. And I was like, oh, like, you know, it's gonna be chill, like, blah, 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 you know, just try and play it down, honestly. So finally she drops me off, and me and this guy, we're gonna go to a game at one of the local high schools there, because he knew the people over there, and I knew some of the people over there too. And I was like, yeah, let's totally go, like, I'm totally down. Well, we were gonna start walking to the high school because he lived super close to it. And my mom was barely leaving, and so then she stops and like tries and looks back, and she's like, is everything okay? I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And I like run into the house, into the guy's house. I'm like, oh my god, just close the door. And I was like, what the, like, I need to get out. Like, I was like, I need to like get this over with. Like, this needs to, like, you know, we need to get through this, okay? So then, oh, like, you know, that happens. And so then we start going to like the high school. My mom leaves or whatever, and then we go to the high school as we originally planned. His mom ended up taking us, and his mom knew about it this entire time, mind you, but like obviously my parents didn't know I was out, like they didn't know I was homosexual, so obviously I had to be secretive and lucrative. Yeah, but we went and we're just walking around being like all cute and stuff, like we're trying to be. I'm pretty sure I looked really cringy, probably really freaked out, honestly. So we were just walking around and we were talking. He was saying hi to his friends. Also, he said he was like 5'11". Mind you, I'm 6 feet, okay? He said he was 5'11". This boy was like yay high, okay? And I was like still kind of like, I guess I was a more masculine one at the time. He was super flamboyant, which I obviously am totally fine with. But like I prefer more masculine guys. And he was not as masculine as me at the time. I was super masculine too, though, like quote unquote super masculine. I tried to act masculine, but it didn't work out for me. But yeah, so it was very different in like that in regards too. So I was like acting as like, you know, the masculine one, whatnot. And so then we start walking or whatever, and we get to like the back of the school. Like we're just alone, we're walking or whatever. I'm giving him a piggyback ride. I could barely carry this boy. Yes, he's skinny as hell, but I have no muscles at all. No muscles. No. So I was like low-key kind of sweating, hoping I didn't like fart or some shit. Like, you know, trying to like be the best version of myself that I could be at the moment. And so then we get to the back of the school, and then he like, I wish I could say it was romantic. I really wish I could say, but there's like school buses, there's people around, like, you know, in the area, and he just like looks at me, turns, grabs my face, and then just gives me a peck. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? What the like, I was like, ooh. And so then I look at him, I'm like, what? He goes, I know you've been wanting that this entire time. And I'm like, no, I didn't. What? Miss ma'am, no ma'am. So then, like, I'm just standing there, and then he goes back in for another kiss, and, like, actually tries to, like, make out with me. And he, like, it was so awkward. I was just standing there, I was like, what do I do? Like, I've never been kissed before. So I was freaking out internally. He was trying to make the moves on me, and I was just like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of this situation. And so then he, like, you know, we're like there or whatever, and so then he finishes and we start walking back to, like, you know, the front of the school, and the game was already over. So then, and mind you, that entire time he was just trying to teach me how to kiss. He was a horrible kisser, might I just add. And I know it was my first time, but like over the years, you know, I've learned, and he was honestly a really bad kisser. So then I go to the front of the school, and his brother's there to pick us up. His brother isn't a lowrider, okay? like a lowrider, like, you know, link those old lowrider, like, you know, I don't know. I'll find a picture. If I can find a picture, I'll put it like somewhere on the screen. But like one of those cars, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Like, this guy's gonna kill me. And he was, mind you, a horrible driver. He almost got into like 4 different car wrecks. Mind you, the school's like 5 minutes away from their house. Okay? So I was freaking out internally. So we get to his house or whatever, and then I text my mom like right away. I'm like, Mom, can you come pick me up? Like, we're done or whatever. And so she's like, yeah. So her and my dad come, and they pick me up. And like, before I leave, he tries, like, I'm sitting down on the couch, and he tries to get on top of me, and like, almost like a cowgirl style, and like tries to make out with me, like gives me a lap dance to like all this. I was like, no, where's your restroom? And like, I literally hid in the bathroom basically the entire time because I was so scared, and I was like, I am not about to let this happen. No, this is not gonna be my first time. Have more self-respect for yourself.
Really, bitch.
But yeah, that was my first official kiss. I wish it was like more climactic. I feel like it is pretty climactic, honestly. But there's, you know, it's mine. It's, you know, my story. Yeah. Definitely a cringy moment, especially looking back. I was wearing, that day that bind you, I was wearing a gray cardigan with a blue t-shirt underneath. And instead of like wearing jeans or like, you know, something cutesy, I was wearing cargo shorts.
And
yeah, fashion sense was not there. But you know what? It's fine. We got through it. We grew from it. And now I'm turning out looks like crazy. And I look freaking iconic. Confidence booster much. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's new video. If you guys have any video ideas, please let me know down in the comments below as well. Do not forget to hit that big red subscribe button and that big thumbs up button as well. Half of you that watch my videos are not even subscribed to me, so why not just subscribe? You're already here. Join the family. Join the Fan Friend family. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon so you know when I upload brand new videos. If you guys want to follow me on any of my social media journeys, just hit the links down below. Everything's going to be linked down below. Let me know. DM me. I promise I answer. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming and watching. It truly means the world to me. Thank you for 118 subscribers. I love the fact that the family's growing, and I hope to see it grow even more. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, y'all.